Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important days for the January month. This session will be very important. We will be discussing important current affairs that will be helping you in your preparation. Let's start. First, when was the 5th World Braille Day observed across the globe in UN? Braille Day, World Braille Day. What is your Braille? Braille is a script that is for blind people, right? It consists of 6 dots that are raised in certain manner. When a blind people will be moving his hand above the script or these dot, then he will be able to identify the particular word or letter. So this is your Braille script. And Louis Braille, recently Louis Braille, on his birth anniversary we observed this Braille Day. So World Braille Day was observed across the globe when? On 4th of January 2023. And this was the 5th edition of the Braille Day, right? And remember, this year in 2023 it was 214th birth anniversary of Louis Braille. The first ever edition or the inaugural edition of this World Braille Day was observed on 4th of January 2019. So that means the first time it was observed in 2019. Next, when was Global Family Day, also known as the World Peace Day, observed across the globe? So World Family Day or the Global Family Day, this day is observed on 1st of January 2023. That is on the new year we observe this day. And basically, why do we observe this? It is to promote the concept of harmony and unity and the value of family in today's society. Global Family Day. Alright, this day was started in 1997 when United Nations General Assembly launched the International Decade for the Culture of Peace and Non-Violence for the Children of the World. Alright, so first edition was observed in 1997. Similarly, if I ask you, tell me, when do we observe National Safety Day? National Safety Day. National Safety Day is observed on 4th of March. National Safety Day. And International Women's Day, it is observed on 8th of March. Similarly, On 10th of March, we observe CISF Raising Day. That is your CISF Raising Day. And on 10th of March, we observe No Smoking Day. No Smoking Day. And remember, this is for 2023. But if we are asking generally, on the second Wednesday of March, we observe No Smoking Day. Next, when was the Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas or PBD, also known as the Non-Resident Indian Day, celebrated across India? So this Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas, remember this day or this Divas is your famous day. So Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas, or a kind of a festival that is observed across India, is also known by the name Non-Resident Indian Day. That is your NRI Day. When do we observe this day? It is on 19th or 9th of January. Every year we observe this day. The first ever Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas was observed on 9th of January in 2003. The 9th January basically commemorates return of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi. He came from South Africa to India. Can you tell me the year in which he came back from South Africa to India? It was the year 1915. All right. And remember, this year, that is your 2023, it was the 17th edition of this Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas that was observed. And the theme that you remember for this day is your Diaspora Reliable Partners for India's Progress in Amrit Kal. I repeat, Diaspora Reliable Partner for India's Progress in Amrit Kal. This is the theme for the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention that was held in India, that is basically observed in India. And this Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is observed because Mahatma Gandhi came back from South Africa to India in 1950 on 9th of January. And this day is also known by NRI Day. Next, when was your World Hindi Day or Vishwa Hindi Diwas observed across the globe? World Hindi Day, this is important. When do we observe this day? It is on 10th of January every year. We observe World Hindi Day or Vishwa Hindi Diwas. This day is observed globally on 10th of January, and it is to celebrate and promote the rich culture and linguistic heritage of the Hindi language, and also to encourage its speakers across the globe that they should encourage and talk in Hindi. Recently, in United Nations, India pledged $800,000 in order for Hindi language to be in order to start the use of Hindi language, or in order to promote the use of Hindi language in United Nations General Assembly. The first ever World Hindi Day or Vishwa Hindi Diwas, it was observed in the year 2006. The first time, inaugural session, right? And this year in 2022, remember, it was the 12th World Hindi Conference that was held in which location? The location of the World Hindi Conference, that was the 12th edition of the World Hindi Conference. What was the location? It was in Fiji. It was from 15th to 17th of February, and it was organized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the theme that you can remember for this conference was Hindi. Traditional knowledge to artificial intelligence. Traditional knowledge to artificial intelligence. This is the theme for the World Hindi Conference observed in Fiji from 17th to 15th of January. And for World Hindi Day or Vishwa Hindi Diwas, it is on 10th of January. Next, National Road Safety Week. It is annually observed across India from 11th to 17th of January. What is the edition of the 2023 National Road Safety Week? Tell me. First of all, we are talking about National Road Safety Week. As the name suggests, this is basically talking about the accidents that is happening all around the world because of the transport or because of the cars and vehicles. In order to prevent them, and in order to create awareness that how deadly these accidents can be, and we should follow the rules, and we should not allow any minor to drive a vehicle. So this National Road Safety Week is annually observed from 11th to 17th of January. Question asked here is which edition of this is your National Road Safety Week? It is the 34th edition of the National Road Safety Week. Which is the ministry that observes this? It is observed by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Alright, and this is the 34th Road Safety Week that is observed under Swachhta Pakhwada 2023 to propagate the cause of safer roads for all. And this was observed from 11th to 17th of January. So this is the 34th edition. Apart from this, tell me, when do we observe World Earth Day? World Earth Day. This day is observed on 22nd of April. World Earth Day. Similarly, when do we observe World Malaria Day? It is on 25th of April. We observe World Malaria Day. Alright. Next. When was National Youth Day 2023 celebrated across India with the theme Viksit Yuva Viksit Bharat? I repeat, Viksit Yuva Viksit Bharat. This is the theme of the National Youth Day that was observed on which date? So National Youth Day, it is observed on 12th of January 2023 and it marks 160th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. He was a Hindu spiritual leader, a philosopher and reformer in India. Alright, and the theme for this National Youth Day is Viksit Yuva Viksit Bharat. First time this day was observed in 1985 on 12th of January, and remember this 12th of January is the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. Right? Also remember, on this day only, on National Youth Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated 26th edition of the National Youth Festival that was from 12th to 16th of January and it was in Hubballi, Karnataka. Correct? Next, if I ask you what is the mascot of this National Youth Festival, that is Champi Chika. Alright, Champi Chika is the mascot of this National Youth Festival. This was the 26th National Youth Festival and this was during the National Youth Day that is observed on 12th of January and it was 106th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda and this was your 26th National Youth Festival that was observed and the first edition of this or the inaugural edition was in 1985. Next, when was the 7th Armed Forces Veteran Day observed across India? 7th edition of the Armed Force Veteran Day, it is observed on 14th of January 2023. This is the 7th Armed Force Veteran Day that is observed to recognize the contribution of the veterans of the Indian Armed Forces in serving the nation. The day honors the service rendered by Field Marshal K.M. Karyappa, the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Forces. He led the forces in the Western Front during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1947 and he retired on January 14th in 1953. Correct? So the correct option is 14th of January when he retired. Remember to remember him, and he was the first Commander-in-Chief of Indian Armed Force, K.M. Karyappa. So correct option for 7th edition of the Armed Force Veteran Day is it is observed on 14th of January. Next, the Dash Indian Army Day was observed across India on 15th of January. This was the 75th edition of the Indian Armed Force Day or your Indian Army Day that is observed on 15th of January. We always remember that 15th of January is observed as your Indian Army Day. Alright, and it was the 75th anniversary of this Indian Army Day that was observed recently. Right? Next. One more thing, if I ask you, tell me, when do we observe your Victory Day? 9th May is observed as Victory Day. Similarly, International Day of Family, 15th May is observed as International Day of the Family. Similarly, if I ask you when do we observe Commonwealth Day, it is your 24th of May. Commonwealth Day. Next, when was the 18th National Disaster Response Force Raising Day observed across India? I repeat, 18th edition of the National Disaster Response Force Raising Day. When do we observe this? It is observed on 19th of January. Remember, 18th edition of the NDRF, that is your National Disaster Response Force Raising Day, was observed on 19th of January 2023, and it was basically to commemorate the establishment of NDRF, alright, under the Ministry of Home Affairs. First edition of this day was observed in the year 2006, and NDRF celebrated the 18th edition of the Raising Day of the National Disaster Response Force on 19th of January in Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. Right? The academic session on disaster response in mountain was also organized by NDRF during this event. Next, if I ask you, tell me when do we observe World Ocean Day? World Ocean Day. This day is observed on 8th of June. World Ocean Day. Similarly, when do we observe Father's Day? It is on the third Sunday of the June month. We observe Father's Day. Right? Similarly, if I ask you when do we observe World Asteroid Day, it is 30th of June. We observe World Asteroid Day. Next, when was Prakram Diwas observed across India to commemorate 126th birth anniversary of freedom fighter Subhash Chandra Bose? And this is an important question, friends. When do we observe the Prakram Diwas? When do we observe Prakram Diwas? First question. Second, in whose memory or on whose birth anniversary we observe Prakram Diwas? Alright, so remember, Prakram Diwas was first observed on 23rd of January. First of all, remember it is observed on 23rd of January in 2023. Alright, 23rd of January, it was in 2021 that we observed the first edition of this Prakram Diwas. Right? And remember, it was the 124th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and on in 2021, and it was 124th in 2021. All right, we observed this the first time, Prakram Diwas. All right, so it is 23rd of January, and this year it was the third edition of this day. Next, when was National Girl Child Day 2023 observed across India? National Girl Child Day is observed on 24th of January across India, and it is to spread public awareness about the inequalities that the girl faces in Indian society. All right. National Girl Child Day was established in 2008, and the first ever observance was on 24th of January 2008. The ministry that observes it is your Ministry of Women, Child and Development. The event of National Girl Child Day was organized by Department of School and Education, Literacy and Ministry of Education with the theme that is important, that is self-defense training for girls. Self-defense training for girls. This is the theme under which the conferences were held here. Then we know India became the most populated country in the world in 2023. When do we observe World Population Day? World Population Day. These are questions such as base, because we know this year world population of India has reached the maximum, or we can say it is the highest population in the world now of India. So when do we observe World Population Day? It is 11th of July that we observe World Population Day. Next, what is the theme of United Nations International Day of Education 2023 that was observed across the globe on 24th of January 2023? Tell me, what is the theme of UN International Day of Education? So the theme that you need to remember here is to invest in people, prioritize education. I repeat, to invest in people, prioritize education. This is the theme of United Nations International Day of Education 2023 that was observed across the globe on 24th of January. And the theme here is to invest in people, prioritize education. In 2023, this was the fifth edition of International Day of Education. And remember, the first ever education this year was observed in 2019. Alright, so this is the fifth edition in 2023. Next, Election Commission of India is celebrated which edition of National Voters Day across India on 25th of January with the theme Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. I repeat, Election Commission of India celebrated the 13th edition, that is the 13th edition of National Voters Day across India on 25th of January. And the theme here to remember is Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. I repeat, Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. This is the 13th edition of the National Voters Day observed by Election Commission of India. The first ever or you can say the first edition of this day was observed in 2011, right? And it was to encourage the active participation of the India's electoral process. Moving on, when was the National Tourism Day observed across India? On 25th of January, we observed the National Tourism Day across India. And this is basically to promote tourism for India's economic and financial growth and development. This initiative of National Tourism Day was initiated by the Indian government in 1948 when the Tourist Committee was established. The day highlights the importance of tourism for Indian economy, which contributes to almost 8.1% of the employment and 9.2% of the India's national overall GDP. Alright, and remember, if we are talking about World Economic Forum's Travel and Tourism Development Index for 2021, the rank of India in this index is 54. Correct? Next, when do we observe International Tiger Day? This day is observed on 29th of July. Environment Day, 5th of June. Next, International Customs Day 2023 was observed across the globe on Dash Day. I repeat, International Customs Day is observed on 26th of January 2023. This day is observed to acknowledge the role of custom officials in managing the efficient flow and exchange of goods and services across India. And you see, it is observed on 26th of January. 26th of January is also your Republic Day. Alright, 26th of January is your Republic Day. If I ask you, when do we observe Constitution Day? National Constitution Day, it is observed on 26th of November. We observe National Constitution Day, and 26th of January is your Republic Day. This year, it was the 70th anniversary of WCO. Alright, and in order to celebrate only this 26th of January 2023 marks the 70th anniversary of a unique organization dedicated to international cooperation and sharing of knowledge. That is WCO. What is it? World Custom Organization. The theme for this International Customs Day is nurturing the next generation, promoting a culture of knowledge sharing and professional pride in customs. Next, when do we observe International Friendship Day? 2nd August, we observe International Friendship Day. Alright, then Hiroshima Day, 6th of August. Hiroshima Day. Alright, And when do we observe Nagasaki Day? 3 days ahead of it, that is 9th of August, we observe Nagasaki Day. And remember, on Nagasaki Day only we observe Quit India Day. Quit India Day. Similarly, on 12th of August we observe International Youth Day. Next, when was the UN International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust observed across the globe with the theme Home and Belonging? When do we observe this day? On 27th of January. The theme, as we remember, what is it? Home and Belonging. The first ever edition of this day was observed in the year 2006. Next, when was the 17th edition of the Data Protection Day observed across the globe? So, 17th edition of the Data Protection Day is observed across the globe on 30th, on which day? Tell me, Data Protection Day on 28th of January, right? And this was the 17th edition of Data Protection Day or Data Privacy Day also. Data Privacy Day. And this was observed on 28th of January. It is an international initiative to raise awareness about the significance of protecting data privacy 2023. Alright, the day commemorates the anniversary of the opening for signature of Convention 108, that was the Global Data Protection Convention that was launched in 1981 on 28th of January. Next, the Dash World Neglected Tropical Disease Day observed across the globe by World Health Organization on Dash. So remember, it was the 4th edition of the World Neglected Tropical Disease Day that was observed across the globe by WHO on 30th of January. So the correct option here becomes option 5th. Alright, it was the 4th edition of the World Neglected Tropical Disease Day, and the theme here that for this day you need to remember is Act Now, Act Together, Invest in Neglected Tropical Disease. Do take a note of it. I repeat, Act Now, Act Together, Invest in Neglected Tropical Disease. This is the theme of it. And the first ever edition of this World Neglected Tropical Disease Day is observed on 30th of January 2020. Next, what is the theme of the 70th World Leprosy Day that was observed across the globe on 29th of January 2023? So the theme that you need to remember for World Leprosy Day, that was the 70th edition of the World Leprosy Day, is Act Now and Leprosy. Also remember, this day is observed across the globe on the last Sunday of January. Last Sunday of January month, we observe World Leprosy Day. Alright, and this disease is also known, leprosy is also known by the term Hansen's disease. Alright, then remember, when do we observe this day and what is the theme? It is on the last Sunday of January, and the theme is Act Now and Leprosy is the theme for the World Leprosy Day, the 70th edition of this day. And when was this day first observed? It was in 1954. This day was observed for the first time. Next is important days. Just go through the revision that we have done so far and it will be very helpful for you. 1st of January, Global Family Day. On 1st only, 65th edition of the Foundation Day of DRDO. 4th of January, World Braille Day. 5th January, National Birds Day. 6th of January as the World Day of War Orphans. Why I am going through this again is that if we must have missed anything from the MCQ part, then these will be helping you in your revision. Next, 10th January is your World Hindi Day and the theme is Hindi, Traditional Knowledge to Artificial Intelligence. Jitendra Singh released the theme of National Science Day, that is Global Science for Global Wellbeing. Road Transport and Highways Ministry observed Road Safety Week. 12th of January as the National Youth Day with the theme Viksit Yuva Viksit Bharat. 11th of January as National Human Trafficking Day. 14th of January as 7th Armed Forces Veteran Day. Next, 25th of January as your National Voters Day with the theme Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. 24th as your Foundation Day of UP with the theme Invest and Employment. And in UP only, Global Investor Summit was held in Lucknow in February month. Then 24th of January as your International Education Day with the theme to invest in people, prioritize education. 25th as your National Tourism Day. 25th as your Himachal Pradesh Statehood Day. 26th as your International Customs Day with the theme nurturing the next generation, promoting a culture of knowledge sharing and professional pride in customs. Next, 27th of January, International Holocaust Remembrance Day with the theme Home and Belonging. 28th of January as Data Privacy Day with the theme Think Privacy First. Then 29th as or the last Sunday of January is observed as World Leprosy Day with the theme Act Now and Leprosy. 30th of January is observed as World Neglected Tropical Disease Day with the theme Act Now, Act Together, Invest in Neglected Tropical Disease. Then is your 30th of January Martyrs Day, and this is also known as Shaheed Diwas. So these were your important days, friends, that we have discussed for the month of January. I hope you have understood the assignment and all the questions that we discussed today were up to the mark and you have enjoyed and learnt many things, and I hope that you have taken notes also. If you find these sessions to be interesting and if you want us to continue with such sessions in future, all you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. I want to see maximum like and comment on this video, friends. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is VICAS10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code VICAS10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.